All right, so this is our last day in Costa Rica. Actually, not even kidding. This is our last hour. After we film this, we have to head out to the airport. And before we go, we wanted to tell you about Costa Rica. We spent a week here. We're going to talk about what we did, our favorite places, our favorite foods, what we think you should do, what we didn't like, and more. Okay, so overall, what do you think about Costa Rica?
Well, I think that Costa Rica my expectations. Did I say that right?
You could say it exceeded my expectations.
It exceeded my expectations because I didn't know what we're going to find. I just know that we are going to find some volcanoes, sloths, animals, but I think that we go like really deep in Costa Rica. Like we literally knew like everything. Like I mean, we went to all of the places that the people that lives here recommend us. You know, the people that knows, and I think that we know everything. And I just have with me a really amazing experience that I will take in my heart with me forever. And the best part it was that it was with you. That we have spent a great time together as a couple. I think that was the best part because we did everything together. We have some adventures, not planning things. We had everything, so I think it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. And let's start with the first day. So first day we landed here. We went to a Jamaican restaurant called Maxi by Ricky. And I definitely recommend it. The food was amazing. The waiters were amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, the people were nice and friendly. They have everything Jamaica is famous for. I'm not gonna say what, but everything. And and then when we went there, the waiter, he recommended some spots. He even invited us to his hometown, and we stayed in his mom's house, and it was just amazing. Like, best customer service I've ever had in my whole life. I remember there was a tree. I said, "What is that?" He said, "It's a mango tree." And I said, "I want one." And then 5 minutes later, I'm not even kidding, he climbed the tree, grabbed a mango, and brought me a mango. Absolutely incredible, amazing. And that was just our first day. And our second day, we went to La Fortuna. What did you think about La Fortuna?
I think that La Fortuna is an amazing town with amazing people, amazing food. You know, the food, it was incredible. I mean, I'm a Mexican. I love food. Mexican food, it's like the best in the world.
Yeah.
So I came here and I eat the Costa Rican, and it was like, it blew my mind, really. I never thought that it was going to be so good. I mean, I never eat bananas before. I didn't like them in my country, like mashed potatoes, like, I don't know. I don't like plantains. I don't like them so much. And here,
they're amazing.
They are amazing. They have a flavor. I mean, the pork, everything, the food, it was amazing. But La Fortuna is like a really nice place. I mean, first of all, when you came to Costa Rica, you have to go to Maxis and Ricky's. After that, La Fortuna's.
Yeah, and so what we'll say about La Fortuna is the whole area is named after a waterfall. It's huge. It's like, what, like 100 meters, right?
Something like that. It's a really big waterfall, and it's amazing.
And then you can hike down to the waterfall. On certain days, they have swimming areas as well. I really like La Fortuna. It is similar to Multnomah Falls in Portland, I will say. And when we were there, the food up there, probably the best food in Costa Rica.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, just because everything, what I love about Costa Rican food is everything is so fresh. You'll never find anything frozen, anything old, anything that was left over. Everything is incredibly fresh. I mean, you're in the jungle, so like, I mean, if you want some ingredients, you can just walk in the jungle, pick something up, and then you can cook with it. And then our favorite food is called patacones, which is it's green plantain, it's mashed, it's fried, and then it's seasoned and then fried again.
Seasoned, fried again with guacamole, with frijoles and cheese. Those was amazing. I mean, it reminds me a lot like tacos or tostadas because you have to put the frijoles and everything. But it's like a different shit. It's the different. It's amazing. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, Costa Rican food is similar to a lot of other Latin food with the rice and the beans and everything, but I think it's how they prepare it that's different, and just how fresh the meat is and everything. It really is incredible. And also, in La Fortuna, we went to, what was it? El Choyin?
Oh, Cheyenne, it's like spring water.
Yeah, it was a free hot spring.
Free hot spring water.
And it was amazing. Like, it was my first time in a hot spring, all natural. I remember our driver, he dropped us off on a bridge, and we walked like 5 minutes into the jungle, and then it's like a free hot spring. Amazing, incredible. We both loved it.
It was really warmy.
Yeah.
Take your insect repellent.
Yeah. And find a changing room before you go. Okay.
Otherwise, you will be dressing in the jungle.
Yeah, and so we spent 2 days in La Fortuna, and then after that, we went to Turtle Island. What did you think about Turtle Island?
Wow, Turtle Island is like a virgin island beach, so it's all white. The water, it's transparent. It's blue. It's it has a beautiful color. In the island, there's 300 pigs living there. We saw the babies. And there was a possibility of a hike, but we didn't have time. But I mean, the food was really good. The chicken was good. The fish was good. And they took us there like to snorkeling. We see so many fishes of different colors. We saw dolphins for the first time in my life. I saw wild dolphins. They were so cute.
And they took us to the Spider Monkey Island too, and we got to throw bananas and feed the spider monkeys. That was pretty amazing as well. And yeah, I mean, it's amazing. So what we recommend is you go online. What's the website you went to? Get Your Guide?
Get Your Guide?
Yeah, and then you can book a tour there, because it's not one of those things where you can just take a bus there and then pay someone to take you to the island. It's all tour based because it's part of the tourism industry. And yeah, we had a great time there. And on the island, there's the wild pigs. There's the hike. It's called the Lover's Hike. You should be a couple just like us.
Yeah, it was such a nice time. We met a lot of people and other couples that went there from other places. And actually, we're going to Spain next month, and we met a Spain girl, and she told us that, oh, sure, when you go to Spain, take my number, just let me know when you're there, and we will give you like all the details and the best places. So I think that's one of the things that I like the most of travel. People of so many other countries that invite you, like, hey, yes, I will tell you. I mean, there's different cultures, but at the end of the day, we're all excited for this country in specific. So it's one of the things I like the most.
And I think that's something that's more specific to Latin America that I love, is that the people here are just so friendly. And it's something, I've been to Asia, I've been a lot of places in America, and people are just not as friendly, not as trusting. But here, I mean, it's like, oh, come to my house, come to this restaurant with me, oh, let's drink a beer. And we just met like 5 minutes ago, which is pretty amazing. Last thing I'll say about Turtle Island, bring some water shoes. Yeah, she made that mistake and her feet got hurt, but everything's better now. And then after that, we went to what was recommended by our waiter at Maxi, by Ricky. He recommended we go to
Puerto Viejo.
Puerto Viejo, which is in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean, we literally lived the full Caribbean experience. The food was amazing too.
The food was amazing. And we went to a black beach. Playa Negra. It was amazing because the sand, it was a lot more dense, it was thick, it was soft, it would shine in the light. It was amazing. And it wasn't like other beaches where you'd find like rocks and sharp things to cut your feet. I didn't even wear water shoes. It was so nice and soft and amazing.
So warmy. The water was so warmy. We spent such a great time there.
That's a great point. The water there was very warm. Playa Negra in Puerto Viejo is my favorite beach. And I love that the town is so small and you can walk like the whole thing. We went to a jaguar rescue.
Oh God, the jaguar rescue. I don't know, I think it might be my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, the Jaguar Rescue Center, it's a center that started with 2 biologists that they moved to Costa Rica, and there's no like a hospital or a bed for wild animals. So someone just find a kitty herd in the jungle, and he finds these 2 biologists like, hey, you guys are biologists, you have to help this kitty. So they start like that. They found like a really, really big refugee and the biggest hospital animal in Costa Rica for wildlife. And I mean, the stories that they tell you, they're amazing. I mean, you can see a lot of there's no jaguars. Spoiler, there's no jaguars, but you can see like a lot of creatures that live in the jungle. They do not like, they're not like a zoo or something like that. They rescue, they rehab them, they rescue them,
Yeah.
they rehab them, and they let them go again in the wild. But the funny thing is that most of the animals, they love that place so much that they always come back. Or, I mean, they just used to, you know, the human hand, so they are not able to live by themselves again. And they just come back to the refugee all the time, and it's like really amazing because, I mean, if they come back, it's because they treat them good and they rehab them. And it's like really, really sad, all the stories that they tell you there about electrocutions. I mean, this is a sloth. This is our new baby. We adopt him. This is Crispin, and this is a sloth. But every day, one sloth go to the Jaguar Rescue Center because they just got electrocuted. I mean, they're really lazy. They're just like having like the great time on their lives, and are as a humans, we put like electricity things, you know, so they just grab them and they just electrocute them a lot, and they're really, really slow. So they always they receive one per day in the Jaguar Rescue Center. It's really, really sad how humans, we screwed everything in.
But yeah, I will say the Jaguar Rescue is amazing because not only is it in the middle of nowhere, but they get 1,000 animals per year. And so whenever you go, the animals are completely different. And I mean, we saw monkeys, we saw, what was it, a margay, ocelot?
Margay, ocelot.
Yeah, like a wild cat. We saw toucans, we saw sloths, we saw...
Bambies.
Yeah, we saw a deer. We saw a deer that was acting like a dog. I never
There
thought
was
I
a
would
deer
see
that
it.
literally ran into our legs and wanted us to pet him, but we are not allowed to touch them.
Yeah.
That was sad, but
I remember he was with that one guy. He was just petting him like a dog.
yes,
Yeah.
I mean, but when I was going, but when the girl tried to touch him, he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, I understand. I mean, if she gets like that every day from all the tourists, like sighting tourists, she might be like really, really bad. So,
Yeah, and what's special about Jaguar Rescue is that 100% of proceeds go to the rescue. I mean, even our tour guide, he was a volunteer. And he said he literally lived off of tips for 8 years, which is pretty amazing. But I mean, I'd say in total, if you want to go to Costa Rica, what makes it special is we literally went to 2 oceans in 24 hours. Turtle Island was the Pacific. Let's see, Playa Negra was the Caribbean, was the Atlantic. And without flying, we just drove the whole way, really casually. It was amazing. The food is fresh and amazing as well. The people are nice and friendly. What would you say about the level of English here?
What would you say? I mean,
I would say like 30%. At most 40% speak English.
Yes. I mean, it's easy to communicate. If you don't speak Spanish, it's easy because everyone tries to.
Yeah.
But yes, I think it's easier if you have someone that speaks Spanish. Because if you just speak English, they will charge you. I mean, that's one bad thing.
Yeah.
They will charge you the double. I mean, for example, if he asks for a price, $100. If I ask for a price, $50. You know.
More like 25, but yeah.
More like 25. Yeah. I mean, like it's insane how they charge the Americans.
Yeah. Like perfect example is when we went to La Fortuna, we went how the locals did it on a bus. But every time I looked online, I mean, yeah, we went on as locals do it, and we paid like $70 total round trip. But when I looked online, they wanted us to pay like foreigner prices, and it was like $50 each one way, and everything was just a lot more expensive. But yeah, if you want to come to Costa Rica, I recommend 1 week minimum, and I would say, 2 weeks, 10 days max?
Yeah, I mean, if you have like 2 weeks, you are able to know everything. I mean, because we know everything, but for example, we didn't win like a volcano excursion or the rafting.
Yeah.
Some things, you know, there's some activities that we left because we wanted to know more. So we move a lot, and that's another thing because if you get a transportation from a place to another, for example, a guy wanted to charge us $160 for one place to another. And in the bus, we pay like what, $20?
Yeah.
Less than that, less than $20. So, I mean, if you want like rides to go to a city to another, just go up early, find the bus stations, and go into the bus. I mean, it's cheap. It's easy, and yes, you will save a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely. And then one thing we forgot to mention that we did is we went to, what was it, La Chimba?
Oh, La Chimba.
Yeah,
yes.
La Chimba. That was an intense hike. They also have some zip lines, really fast. And the best part is it's in San Jose. So you can just fly into the capital, and you don't have to go really far or anything like that, which is really nice.
Yeah, actually, if you just came to the capital, to San Jose, you have everything to do for 1 week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to do. I mean, we prefer like to go, you know, to
Different
so many places.
yeah.
But I mean, if you just come to San Jose for 5 days, you are able to have like great vacations. And the hotel that we are, it's called Secret Savannah. And let me tell you one thing, this hotel, it's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for $300 a week, there's a gym, there's a pool, there is a laundromat here, there's a rooftop bar.
It's a rooftop bar that it's so amazing. This is like the concept of Alicia in the Wonderlands. Okay. Alice in the Wonderlands. Yeah. So everything is like since the beginning, you just find like the small door, the middle door, the big door, and you know everything. It's about Alice in Wonderland. So I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, it's 32 floors here.
I mean, yeah, that's right. And so So a rooftop bar on the 32nd floor, really amazing. I've been to a lot of Airbnbs. This one is definitely my favorite. And yeah, is there anything else you want to tell them before we go?
That you have to come.
Yeah, I think everyone should come to Costa Rica. It is my third favorite country. And yeah.
It's a really, really romantic place.
Romantic.